Hello, everyone. How are you? Today is like a long time not going live in our Abundant Entrepreneurs group, and today actually is our abundance reading day 168. Normally, I'm doing like on Zoom and live streaming to our YouTube channel, and today because I'm in the car waiting for kids from their art painting class, I actually really want to read the book, so I decided to go live inside of our group. Normally, I know we do like a Momentum Monday, right? We only do the live on the Facebook live during the Monday time. How are you? Hi, I see that Adam and Ebony. Hi, so nice to see you guys. Today is Saturday. Hope you are enjoying your weekend. I'm going live today because I just this afternoon I did some great things like a connection with people, and just want to keep reading my book, Traffic Secrets by Russell Brunson. The underground playbook for filling your websites and funnels with your dream customers. This is like my reading is just my hobby, it's my fun, but now it's like a quite a strategic reading because it's for personal growth and also for our business development, right? So let's spend a little bit of time this afternoon. So instead of going live on YouTube, I'm going live in this group. Hi, Shanna, how are you? Patty. Let me know what you guys are doing during the Saturday afternoon. And after this, it's a sunny, beautiful day in New York. I will go swimming with my kids and have some fun family time. But now let's get back to this book, okay? The Traffic Secrets. And I would suggest everyone have a copy of it, a hard copy, and it's a great feeling holding it in hands. And I would recommend that it's a must for every entrepreneur. Today we are on secret number 7. Totally there are 20 secrets in this book. So secret number 7 is about infiltrating the Dream 100. I hope that you're curious to learn more about how to build your Dream 100. Previously, we learned about the 3 phases to get your Dream 100. And now, Russell is telling more details. Let's read this, okay? And by the way, feel free. We have some chat time. I just want curious to see what kind of a fun time you guys are enjoying. And think now it's like early summertime. It's a great time. Either you go outside, outdoor, have some I have a tree surrounding me, and go explore either beaches and parks with your loved ones, and I hope I have enough time because my kids will come back soon. So from 1989 to 1994, there was a late night talk show called the Arsenio Hall Show. My parents didn't watch it, so I never had a chance to watch it at home. I love Russell always start with some stories, okay? I do remember though that my friends' parents watched it every night, and often my best friend would tell me about it. One summer night during a sleepover at their house, we stayed up late, and I had my first chance to see the famous Arsenio Hall in action, running around doing his woof 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 chant as he pumped his fist in circles. We used to mimic this on the playground for years afterward. Every time we would score a touchdown or a home run, his shtick became ours, and we thought we were so cool every time we did it. Over the years, I had a chance to see his show a few other times. I remember being amazed at the energy of his show and amazing guests he'd bring on. In June 1992, he had Bill Clinton on while Clinton was running for president. Even before Clinton became the president, Clinton played a Heartbreak Hotel on the saxophone, an act considered by many to be the most important moment in his political career for helping to build his popularity among minority and younger voters. Wow, that's like a new, president's running tricks, right? Just 2 short years later, the show went off the air, and for most of us, we never heard Arsenio's name again. That is, until 2012, when he showed up as a contestant on Celebrity Apprentice. I watched that season, trying to learn business lessons for growing my company from Donald Trump and the contestants. Each of the episodes gave me a few ideas, but the biggest gold nugget was dropped in episode 7. It was so simple that I think almost everyone missed it. For some reason, though, it caught my ears, and it's been running through my mind now for almost a decade. Let me set the scene for you. The 2 competing teams were tasked with raising money for charity. and all the contestants were making phone calls to their rich friends and asking for donations. Penn Jillette was able to get the Blue Man Group to perform on the streets of New York City and to donate money. Every celebrity was able to raise some money except for one, Arsenio Hall. I watched as Arsenio opened his Rolodex of celebrities and made calls for hours. Each call went to voicemail. He got one commitment from Jay Leno, but the check showed up past the deadline and didn't count toward the competition. In the final scene before the boardroom, Arsenio's frustrated teammates tried to figure out why he didn't raise any money. Defeated, Arsenio explained that everyone used to answer his calls when he had his own show. But when he didn't have his own talk show, his so-called friends awarded him. It sounds like familiar. When you are not making that impact, people are trying to award you. And that was the big takeaway. When you have your own show, everyone answers your calls. So that's a Russell's epiphany time, okay? When you have your own show, everyone answers your call. Earlier, we talked a lot about the Dream 100 and how you can work your way in or buy your way in. In either of those situations, you have more leverage when you have your own show, okay? You have more leverage when you have your own show or your own platform. When Arsenio had a talk show, if he called anyone, even the future president of the United States, they would take the call because they knew that he would provide a platform for them that they couldn't get otherwise. So everyone is looking for the values you can contribute, okay? If you are not providing any values, who will care about you, right? It's just, that's a reality. Your platform is the true value that you have to provide your Dream 100. It's more valuable than money, gifts, or anything. The Dream 100 want exposure. And your platform can provide that exposure, okay? As cool of a person as I think I am, I'm sure that if I didn't have my platform of over 2 million entrepreneurs among my email lists, social lists, and podcast listeners, it would have been very difficult to get Tony Robbins or any of my Dream 100. Sounds like another lady is keeps talking out of my car. Or any of my Dream 100 to return my calls, respond to my emails, or be interested in working with me. None of those people needed another friend. They did need, however, access to my platform. And so that gave me the ability to get my foot in the door, build friendships, and start partnerships. This is the key to working your way in. Oh my goodness. I have another speaker, okay? Here is like, this is my platform, there's another platform. Funny, okay? Recently, I heard Gary Vaynerchuk speaking at an event for digital marketers, where someone asked him where the future of marketing and attention is going. His response was very profound. I think this holding up his cell phone is the television in 1965. And the TVs, they are a radio, right? The one thing I do study is history, because history loves to repeat itself. So if you go look at the brands, the beer brands that were romantic about staying on the radio because that's how they did it and didn't shift to television, while things like Miller Lite that nobody had ever heard of went to TV only and became the brand. If you look at the TV in 1965, that's what I think is the cell phone is. And I think that YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and Snapchat are ABC, NBC, and the CBS. And then I think within it, much and happy days. So that's the system. And so what you need to do for your business is figure out the channels where you could be the star of that network. That's a great reminder, right? Figure out the channels where you could be the star of that network. Very interesting. Let's see. So some illustration. Let me show you those pictures, right? With like a TV, with radio, with a cell phone, and how the time shifted until like you have your shoe. As powerful as that statement is, the more powerful thing to understand is that today you don't have to convince a network that you should have your own shoe. Instead, you can click a few buttons and that fast you can have a shoe on all the major apps. It's like now We could call this Facebook Live like my show, right? Right now, the ABC, NBC, and CBS on people's phones are like Facebook talk show and podcast, like radio. He's mentioned that like compare with the history kind of networks. Like Facebook is like talk show, podcast is like a radio, YouTube is like a sitcom. I'm not familiar with sitcom. Have you heard about that? It's like, how old are we? Instagram is like a reality TV. Blogs is like a newspaper. I'm wondering what's LinkedIn and Twitter would be like, and TikTok now, right? All these new ones. So funny. The best part is like you can turn on your show. More apps channels will pop up, but as of right now, the majority of eyeballs are focused on these apps, which each gives you the ability to create your own show for free. But is having your own show the same as having your own list? I would say that the answer is kind of. With your own list, you own the traffic, but with your own show, you are renting space and trying to earn eyeballs on someone else's network. It's just like, oh no, I'm now showing up on Facebook, even though I'm not trying to really earn any eyeballs. I just want to get a live presence, and then I could get this video as well. And hopefully we could have some interaction. Otherwise, I will get this video to the replay to my YouTube. That was the problem for Arsenio. When Fox dropped his show, it was over. If Facebook decides they don't like your show for some reason, and they've been known to do it, they can cancel your show or your account without a warning. Actually, that's not just that. Not just that. Okay, Facebook, for example, they have an algorithm, and now, for example, they are not really showing to many people. Maybe a few of you noticed, but a majority of people could not see it. So that's like it's still the control is in their hands. Okay, the same is true with podcasts, Instagram, and YouTube. Now imagine if Arsenio Hall understood the principles you learned in Secret Number 4, and if during each episode of his show he had told his viewers to go to his funnel and opt in to get his top 100 favorite jokes for free. See, like if he learned that funnel way earlier, right, to build up his Dream 100, build up the traffic he owned. In that case, he could have built a list of millions of subscribers on the network's dime. And when the show got cancelled, he still would have had a platform because he still would have had his list. I hope during that time he's smart enough and the networks would allow him to do that. He could have moved to a new channel, launched a podcast or the blog, emailed his followers, and guided his followers to his new show. Until you own the traffic, you're always left to the whims of the network. So even when starting your own show, remember that the goal is still to turn that traffic that you are earning into traffic that you own. This is actually a great reminder for me, okay, the goal. So, for example, now I'm reading. The goal should not be just reading. Just take example, okay, if I want to turn this to be more strategic, I should have some link to guide people to register to, even not just to YouTube. Yeah, subscribe to YouTube, but I do not still have their email address, right? Have you guys emails. And how could I? And yeah, that's where I could, for example, I need to have either some like lead magnet, lead funnel, or have my newsletter. I do have my newsletter. So have my newsletter, e-newsletter, and share that link. This is a great reminder. So I will add that the newsletter, and people can sign up to my e-newsletter. Okay, we have abundance e-newsletter to help you fulfill your abundant life and also business, and great value every week, so that you will not worry about miss it. So now I'm doing this promotion. You can see that we are reading, learning, and practice at the same time. Okay, I hope you get inspired. Your primary distribution channel, email. The key to success with your show is how many people you can get to actually consume what you are creating. You might be able to rely on each platform promoting you for free, but I never like to include that as part of my marketing plans. Sometimes we'll create an episode that goes viral and we'll get millions of views for free, but that's not something we bank on. Instead, we need to ask ourselves, after my new episode is live, how can I get people to go and consume it as soon as possible? The best way to do that is to leverage the list that you've already been building. Okay, so like for example, if I put this live now, even live now, it still like depends on Facebook's algorithm. and how many people I can reach, right? It's just maybe a few. I saw 4 people rated to me. Thank God, at least 4 people. And but like Russell said, like you really need to leverage the list. So if you have a keep building your list and bigger list, the better advantage, right? So that your resources could be consumed instead of just wasted. We spend all our efforts to convert all traffic we control and the traffic that we earn into traffic that we own, our own list. Because when we have our own list, we control our own destiny. That's a big word, right? We own our own list, we control our own destiny. I've had friends who relied 100% on Facebook or YouTube's algorithms to promote their videos. So no way. A lot were blessed with amazing reach, many of them getting tens of millions of views for each video they would publish. Unfortunately, each platform's algorithm changed, as they always do, and many of these same people now struggle to get a few hundred views. Oh my God. By the way, yeah, I saw another like a popular one. The lady, she used to have hundreds, thousands of those people when she buys the ads, and now she creates something without buying ads, and it's growing as slow as others. So now you know the secret, okay? And I made my number one. Oh, okay, let me see. For that reason, I always look at free viral traffic as the gravy on top of that what might come if I promote the video to the best of my abilities. And I make my number one goal first and foremost to promote each episode I publish. In addition to email, you will want to continue to build up other lists and distribution channels such as direct messenger list. Yesterday we read, right, like direct messenger and text message. Okay, direct messenger lists on Facebook and followers on Instagram. So you can do swipe ups. Each platform has its own version of a list, but email is the only one you own. You are renting all the rest, and you could lose them at any time. So like Russell is still like a big believer, right, of your own email, even though it's like 87%. Like yesterday he mentioned, 87% is like unopened, but it's still like the more like bigger base list you have, and even by a small percentage, you can still get quite a good conversion. Okay, your primary show channel, text, video, or audio. Let me double check my time. By the way, I need to make sure that before kids, gosh, I'm now on my cell phone. I could not see my time, and so I will keep reading till my kids come back. Then we will see. Okay, so your primary show channel, text, video, or audio. The next logical question you might be asking yourself is, which channel do I create my show on? My response would be, it depends on you. To begin with, you shouldn't try to create a show on every channel. Doing that will hurt your ability to grow it at all. For now, the key is to focus on one channel. In secret number 15, conversation domination, I'll show you how to leverage your primary show to get a distribution across all channels, but for now, it's like repurpose. For now, you need to focus on just 2 channels, your primary distribution channel, email, and your primary show channel. Okay, your primary distribution channel, that's email, and your primary show channel. So I need to choose either between like a Facebook or YouTube. I've been using Facebook for quite some time, for a long time, but then I learned like YouTube, I actually, Facebook is better for the traffic, but YouTube is better for like the show to stay long time. You know, it's really like a documentary, right? If you put there, you can accumulate years, and that's why some people get millions of views. But Facebook is quicker. It's like social media. Every day, people refresh their timeline, right? Their profile pictures and whatever. And every day you look at the new stuff. So that's why you need to choose which channel is your favorite. So now I'm like, even though now I'm going live now on Facebook, I will later put the replay on my YouTube. The channel you should be growing your primary show on depends on you, your personality, your talents. For those of you who love writing and focus on creating a blog. I actually did a blog for many years and still doing it. Initially I was doing it on WordPress, and then later I moved that to LinkedIn Pulse, like Impulse or like a newsletter. I feel like it's better quality and a better reach. And but I'm not definitely not just a blog person. Even though my English is still not so good, I'm not really like a performer. But I'm a visual person. Okay, I love to see people, and I also love to like watch videos. So that's why I choose to use video. So either like Facebook Live or YouTube. If you hate writing but you love the idea of being on video, then I'd recommend you build your show on one of the video channels. Each one has a different strategy that we'll go deeper into in the next section. So like a sitcom, I've never heard of like old time like sitcom like TV now get to YouTube. Talk show is like Facebook. So reality TV is Instagram. So I'm not like a performer, reality TV on Instagram, so that's like not really for me. And oh, by the way, at the beginning of this year's reading, I did that on Instagram, and then I found Instagram is really for those short videos. For my reading, over 30 minutes, that will be too long for Instagram, so it's better for YouTube. And even for Facebook, is a little bit better. For those who have a voice for radio or who may be a little nervous about being on camera, actually nervousness you can overcome. I also had that, and then I do recommend starting your own podcast. So I'm not a podcast fan at all. I could not just listen because my English, because I'm a visual person, I just want to look at people, and also I want to show up there. If you are still not sure which platform you'd like to create your show on, I do recommend looking at which platform you consume the most content on. Definitely YouTube. Nowadays, even for some like IT system issues or problem, anything, I just search on YouTube to find some short video like under 5 minutes to show me how to do it. So YouTube is definitely my place to go. Okay, typically if you love YouTube and spend a lot of time watching videos, you're going to have the best success creating videos for that platform, hopefully. And because you understand it. If you listen for that platform, or if you listen to podcasts a lot, that's probably the best place to start. I almost never really listen to podcasts, and now all those masters, even though they call it podcast, actually they put that podcast on YouTube. Similarly, if you need read a lot of blogs, that's probably the best place to start. I love reading, I love reading books, but not really on blogs. So I would say YouTube is still my favorite. So I circle it. Because we spend so much time talking about your primary distribution channel email in secret. Number 7, that means the next one. No, this is already like 7. This is already 7. Okay. I will spend the rest of this chapter talking about your master show. Okay. I guess maybe he referenced it wrong. Primary distribution channel email in secret, another maybe secret. So that way he will spend the rest of this chapter talking about a master show. Remember that for now, you should only be building one show. For now, you should only be building one show on one channel. So you have that focus, okay? So I've already made decision on YouTube. And that's my show, and also on one channel on YouTube. Okay, do not try to build more than one at this point. In secret number 15, I will show you how to leverage this one primary channel into all the secondary channels. But that does not come now. Focus all your efforts on making your first show successful. Okay, so this is where we're starting your show. Okay, so I think today we will just read here, even though I'm not sure how much time. Let me shift from my cell phone, shift to other screen. The Facebook will pause. So now I'm coming back. Deborah there, Shannon there. Hi everyone. Hope you guys are having a great Saturday. So I want to finish here and have a great. This is a great time, right? We just read a little bit about the infiltrating the Dream 100. How to build your Dream 100 means like you need to have your own platform. Okay, remember that story about that talk show celebrity, and after he left his show, Fox closed his show, he had nothing. If he did not build up any like an email list and his own traffic, he lost everything, right? So, and such a pitiful story. He did not read any funding when he had no like really list, right? So that's why it's emphasized the way we all need our own show, especially for our visionary entrepreneurs, life changers, or for our coaches. If you really want to impact more lives, you want to have your own show, not just for yourself to impact more, but also for you to have the like resource and capability to promote your partners, develop your partnership, and eventually could have more win-win-win situations. Okay, that's for today, everyone. Hope we will go to streaming, and what you guys will do. I'm just curious. Chat in under my video. And by the way, I will share more links later to let you guys see, like say, how to get your free copy of the Traffic Secrets book, and how to sign on into my email, my newsletter, so that you can get more resources. Okay, so we will look forward to talking more, and everyone enjoy your hopefully your place is a sunny day. Enjoy your weekend and enjoy Saturday, and we will talk tomorrow. Okay, see you. Bye bye.